anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Williams. To the sideline and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding Walker complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Bates' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Sometimes I play like a dog. See the angle. I run 2, it's going to be another
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half
they
didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room.
That's how you click on and make a play, though.
Man, I just love being in this.
We all know this Cam Prada too.
So many great teams and games, and
we ain't slow gang. Oh, bro, this nigga play just like Cam Prada, bro.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
This game is trash,
as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. Yeah, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it.
No gain on the play there. Second down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Throwing now is Gino. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop.
Gino!
He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Smith going to move him around. Walker now on 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
To throw is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Taysom Hill, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Here's Smith to return it. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Oh, it's some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, take go.
To throw, Williams. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in.
In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
To the air once more, Williams. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fella.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Panther Street, 18, Pioneer. Check smash. Ready.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Bears! Keenan Allen from 3 yards out. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown,
I think he's
Santos
slick.
to kick this one away.
Hey, please, shorty, he's so funny.
And not
You
really
bet
a
that shit
risky
funny.
return.
Hey,
This ball's
that's
gonna
it.
come out to the 30-yard line.
Oh, bro, Madden, too fun.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Geno down to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. DK Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Just to get that belt. Just to get that belt. Just to get that belt.
Oh, a good
Just
looking
to get
return
that
set up here. And they're going
belt.
to have good starting field position. He's out of
Just to
bounds,
get
but now
that
before he's
belt.
across the
Gonna
35.
get it. Gonna get that belt. Gonna get in.
Offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's able to
Cheesy
get this
shit. Let's
ball
get cheesy
closer
then.
midfield
Let's get
across
cheesy.
the 45.
Niggas want to get cheesy off of RPO up the whole
And
game.
then we'll bring up second down.
Hate niggas like this, bro, because you got to do it back to them. I'm sorry, bro. It just got to happen that way.
Let's go now.
I'm sorry. It just got to happen.
Going quickly out wide to
It
Moore.
got to happen that way, bro. I'm sorry. You want to get cheesy, you want to do that weird shit. You going to get weird with your ass. Your ass, the man. Cause I got all of this, boy.
Mustang 19.
midfield stripe. They'll look to throw.
Boom.
Going to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Looking to throw is Williams.
That's just a dot. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first.
Cam Prata. That's all it is, Cam. That's all it is, Cam.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Set go.
Back to throw again.
The lag just did it.
Flush to his right.
Hey, he's swervy. He's swervy.
About the 16.
Lucky I lagged anyway.
Williams going to look to throw again.
I like that.
Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And
That is crazy.
To the air, Williams. Got his man, and it's
Bear down. Bear down. Bear down, ski ball. It's Cam Prada, bro. Cam Prada spams cover 2 the same way this nigga do in the red zone. No bapper rapper. There's no baps in my rap, bro. Can't tell me this not the same nigga, bro. Do all that motion shit the same as Cam. He just do it a little more. Come on, bro. He's the same person, bro. You're not fooling nobody, buddy.
Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds.
Cover 2 is some shit in the goal line. Don't run that bullshit on me, nigga.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and
5.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move.
Blow that up, bear down. What was that? The fuck was that? Never seen no shit like that.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Tackle.
So it's
a great tackle.
Football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Oh.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2. Here we go on 4th. Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man.
That's just horrible defense. It was so much shit open. So much shit open.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Oh, look how I'm lagging, bro.
Smith to throw. That is taken in by the tight end fan. That he's brought down,
crazy.
but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's
You
first
get
and
fried
goal.
like that? What y'all on? And I
Here's Walker.
failed.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Smith's going to throw it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the
This nigga funny as hell.
Wow.
Like, what do you be calling?
Now an
You just be on
extra point here to
YouTube.
stretch this lead to a field goal.
This shit's bad.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
What was that? Cheese master. What the fuck is all
Out is
this
the
stuff?
kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
It's just this kid just spamming that shit like. You know it's a fucking bot account, so he just trying
Here's
to
first and 10.
over abuse the bot plays. Like, your ass is weird.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Nigga just.
And they take possession.
Was that on me? What the fuck?
At the 48-yard
He
line.
wide open, ain't he?
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Shorty actually retired.